All right, what's up, everybody? This is Rags to Riches Trading, and we're doing another weekly outlook for NQ. All right, so this is going to be really quick. I always want to make these videos as short as possible so we can just focus on getting these levels on our charts. All right, really, the purpose of these videos, guys, is not to predict what's going to happen. All right, this is really just to build a narrative around what's already happened and then to kind of outline some scenarios that we could expect this week. All right. So, first thing we're going to look at is these weekly fair value gaps. We actually made a video last week on our weekly outlook about how we had tested this one last week, and then this fair value gap was still left open. So we expected this area to deliver, and it sure did. We actually came into that level and got a nice reaction to bounce back up here. Now, the thing about this, though, on the weekly chart is we did still close below this weekly fair value gap. So it's still totally possible. We did already take out the highs on ES. It is very possible that we can't break this and we just head back down. But if we dig a little bit deeper, we can find out some more information that can kind of help us paint a picture around what might happen. Okay, so we'll zoom in a bit to the daily. All right, and then on here, I'm going to go to the 4 hour. And what we can see is we've got this huge fair value gap right here on the 4 hour. And we almost balanced the whole price range out and closed up here, but we didn't. So this next week, once everything opens up, if we get a 4 hour close above this fair value gap, I'm definitely expecting, at the very least, for these relative equal highs to deliver. This looks super smooth. I would expect it to get taken out. But if not, then obviously we have we have downside areas that we can look at. But I would personally expect this to continue moving up because we took out this internal low, and then we've just got these areas screaming at me right now. So we will see what happens. Another thing to keep in mind is if we do take out these highs, the next level to watch is inside of this 4 hour fair value gap. If we can't really get a strong delivery above that, then obviously expect it's a continue to kind of bounce around and change in directions. All right. So the other thing we can use to factor into this analysis is just to look at ES. All right. So when we pull up ES, obviously, like I mentioned, we'd already taken out these highs, but we're dealing with another similar situation here just on that 4 hour chart where we've got these really equal highs just kind of screaming at us to be eventually taken out. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, if we get the closure above here, we might make entirely new all-time highs on ES. And then if that happens, it's definitely possible for NQ as well. So we'll watch what kind of happens. And then the next thing you can look at is inside of this weekly fair value gap. If we do, take out all these highs and close up here, next place to watch is definitely all-time highs. So it's very possible, but obviously we have to see what happens. CPI could run these relative equal lows as well. So just keep that in mind as well. We do have CPI on Thursday, so maybe that's a day for you that you don't trade or that you do a little bit less size, just to kind of be aware of the type of price action we may get. But that's all I'm looking at for this week. I mean, it's really simple. We're just seeing how we act around these weekly fair value gaps and what's that going to mean for NQ. I'll be streaming this week, guys, so if you want to follow along and see what kind of setups we can find just intraday, we'll be calling those out this week on YouTube. And until then, I'll see you guys soon.